Alright, welcome one, welcome all. So it's capital T here. We're going to take a look at another game here. Let's make sure my voice is recording properly, I believe. Let's just double check just to make sure it's looking good. Alright, so on the 9 o'clock position here is myself, James, the KGB, as the Purple Orcs, and my good friend Zach. At the 3 o'clock position as the Orange Orcs. We are totally cross-map. This is as even as it gets. We're both playing orcs, both of us, building a barracks, getting a mill, pretty much the same. So, yeah, we're just capturing our starting points. Yep, both getting our upgrade. Pretty similar, although I guess I've queued up more grunts. Zach is not building a grunt at this time. He started it. He's just probably saving up a little money there, making sure he's gonna have enough money for everything. And you can see he's like, I better take this right away, just in case. Now I don't go and do the same thing. In fact, and this is a bug I need to fix, but you can tell where the opponent is. You can see when the points are starting, they're these little yellow circles, and when they're first captured, they change to these gray dots. So I need to fix that so they stay either as the gray dots or as the yellow circles, one or the other. That way you actually need to scout where your opponent is. But okay, it's a little bug. It's still fine. Both of us have access to that information, so it's just fine. So I've captured 2 points. He has just got the 1 so far, but he's got this one up here, so he's got 2 also. He just went for a further one earlier. And yeah, so we're just starting out, capturing points. Both of us are building our war chief. Mine's a little faster, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think either of us are really going to be pushing on each other. We're kind of, heading the opposite way in our capture routes. Probably I'll end up taking these 2 and the relic, and then he will be doing the same on this side. Then we'll see what happens. We might kind of settle in and try to take these critical locations, split the map evenly, and then kind of move into, the mid game, get some tech up. But we'll see. So, yeah, again. Let's see, yeah, is his war chief out? His war chief is hanging out back here at his base. I am getting my warforge, so I'm going to look to get some upgrades, potentially some demolishers, we're going to see. Yeah, so just kind of waiting for the early game to go through. Again, spending our money, upgrading our points when they're available. Okay. So yeah,
upgrade complete.
Yeah, not much else going on. Looks like Zach. Where did his extra money go? I guess he has a few more grunts than me. He's got 2 more grunts, so I'm up a little bit of money. I have a little more infrastructure, but he's got a couple more grunts up. In fact, we can just check that. Yeah, so he's up 2 grunts. That makes sense. But at this point, we're pretty much exactly even. The only difference being I've got this Warforge on the way, but Zach will probably have a little bit more money to spend on other things, like units, because he didn't get that. We're both capturing those relics as I had predicted. And I've started my first Axis upgrade. So, he's got a couple of defenders here. Yeah, he's getting this relic. I'm capturing my relic. So one thing that I'm, looking at this now after the fact, obviously when you're playing, I don't have knowledge of what's going on here. Probably either of us could have kind of made a push on this, although again, it is scary. Now 12 grunts for sure can just kill this camp, but the moment you start introducing other grunts into the mix, it can become less certain about whether or not you're going to make it away without taking any damage. And again, it looks like I'm about 2 grunts behind, but I'm going to have this Axis upgrade a little earlier, so kind of equivalent. Here comes his Warforge. Both of us are also getting another barracks up, and I'm building another mill. Yeah, we're capturing our respective critical locations. So you'll see these critical locations capture much slower than the regular points. It takes 6 units to get 1% of capture per second, and then it maxes out at 2% every second, so minimum 50 seconds to capture this. And the decapture rates are kind of half as many units required and go up to twice as fast. So again, pretty even. Although I would say, you know, I'm massing my units up. It would probably be best for me to try to attack his army in some way. I probably don't know where they are, but it'd be good for me to get in a fight right now, being as I'm up in attack damage. But I don't know where he is. I'm kind of sitting back, and this is maybe not the greatest decision, playing defensive with these. I've got these 2 groups of grunts. Let's just mass them up. Let's, you know, put some hurt on. You can see Zach is massing up his 2 groups of grunts. He's going to put some pressure on this. And I make a huge mistake here. I'm really unhappy with this. I remember this from earlier watching this replay. This is almost captured, and I just leave it. I mean, that's resources left on the table. That's kind of time I spent capturing that squandered. And you can see it's decapping now. So, not great. And indeed, you know, Zach is decapping both my relic and my critical location. So just, you know, he's being more effective by keeping this army all together on the bottom side. Now I'm sending these units down here hoping, well, with, you know, these defensive structures, I might be able to hold off this army, but really there's too much. There's too much here. So I'm going to be attacking on the top, but as I do that, Zach is aware he can push on the bottom. And you can see he's building a demolisher. And both of us are going tier 2. So yeah, I'm kind of like, this fight is going okay. I'm ahead in upgrades at this exact moment. But very soon, Zach's 1 upgrade, his 1 attack upgrade is up. And he's just got twice as many units here. So, you know, even if I am up an upgrade, it doesn't make up for the sheer number of units that I've got. Okay, I've destroyed his building here. I'm decapping it, but I'm losing a lot of grunts down here. And it looks like I'm about to lose both of these points. It'd probably be best just for me to retreat, mass up, and then push on the other parts of the map, or even get together for a big fight. I mean, I have the upgrade advantage, but Zach has more grunts than me at this point, so not great. I think just having my army split, even if I'm fighting this kind of delaying action, it's just the numbers are not in my favor, and I'm losing too many units here. Really not great. Not a great decision here. And you can see this demolisher coming up. That is just going to knock my buildings over very quickly. And for less casualties, I'll probably take another casualty here to killing this. Just losing a lot of units. And you can see the food count is, I'm about 12 down now. Not fantastic. And indeed, he can even push over to this point. And it really, you know, this demolishers can just take care of all of this stuff. And, you know, I probably should push across, but it just doesn't feel right. In fact, what am I going to do with that? I'm capping. I'm capping. At least I'm capping. But, so again, now it's about evened out. So at the end of the day, it about evens out. Zach is upgrading his points already. Even though I'm tier 2, I'm going directly into ogres. So I'm going to get ogres, which are kind of these ultra heavy infantry that are going to be really good against this mass grunts. But yeah, Zach is upgrading his points, so he's going to have a little bit of an economic advantage, even though I destroyed his points a little earlier. Also, he decapped this from me. So I'm just, I don't know. We come out about even, but I don't feel super confident in the trade I made there. I don't know if maybe towards the end there I managed to bring it back, but it doesn't feel good. But anyway, that's fine. Okay, I'm getting my ogre mound. Now I'm going to start upgrading my points. He's getting another lumber mill. Put him up. So he's at 110. I'm at 86. Brutal. Okay, 92. This will be 98. When these two finish, I might also be at 110. So again though, okay, yeah, I think... Let's have a look. 92, 104. Okay, so we're about even. I might even be a little bit. I might have got a little more resources at this point, but the army supply is not looking good. And indeed, so I'm getting these ogres. These are heavy infantry. They have heavy armor that's good against piercing attacks and is good against, like pretty good against grunts. They also do splash damage, so if you ever see like a large infantry, abominations, bears from night elves, and these ogres, they're going to do splash melee damage. So they're pretty good fighters. They can also be upgraded with an area of effect ability that will allow them to like stun enemy units. And we can see on the other end of the map, Zach is getting his Spirit Lodge. So he's going to be unlocking those crucial magic units. This is something I overlooked at the time. All I'm building grunts, I'm building ogres, I'm building this Kodo beast. All of this is going to get countered super hard by magic, and Zach is getting into magic. It's going to be a bad time. So again, even though I'm capping this stuff, he is massing up his army. He's got all these grunts, he's got these demolishers, and I could try to, I'm looking like, yeah, I want to fight this defensive action, but half of my army is down here, and his whole army is up here. So unless, you know, I'm getting an equivalent amount of damage done on the other end, I'm just going to lose these units, I'm going to lose these buildings, and then I'm going to be in trouble. Even if I manage to destroy these in turn, it's like, I honestly should just run away, or I should bring reinforcements up. I just think, yeah, not great. So this Kodo beast does provide some damage bonus, but he's not here where it matters, where the fight is happening. I have upgrade advantage for a while. I'm not fighting with it. You know, he's got these demolishers. He's got way more units here. I'm thinking I can get in here, but he's got so many more units than me. Oof. So, sure, I'm pushing on the other end of the map, and that's great. But my advantage, if I have one, again, the food is pretty even, but if I do have an advantage, it's going to evaporate. Also, him building these demolishers, just, yeah, it's going to mean that this building's going to go down super quick. And again, I no longer, even though this is kind of a good fight until I get surrounded here, he's just got so many more units here. You can see the supply is just not in my favor. So I needed to mass up. Okay, so I built this bestiary. I'm building the Shadow Council, which is kind of lets you train fell orcs. They're stronger than the regular, so you can get a grunt, you can get a raider, you can get the battle mage. They're stronger than a regular one, a little more expensive, cost more food, but just, this is bad. And you see this war chief, very expensive unit, totally surrounded, really did not trade well at all, and I'm just down a lot of food now. Even if I'm killing the same amount of buildings over here, losing all of these guys is so bad, and I'm quite far behind in food now. And, you know, Zach is getting his magic units out, so we can see he's got a few battle mages. He even has one magic upgrade. He's getting some shamans out to give himself some buffs. Just, you know, we're staying about even in terms of economy, I think, at this point. I've kind of spread my money out a bit too much. I think I built too many different types of productions, and now I'm getting a Spirit Lodge, not locking into anything. I think one decision I could have made here is, with just the barracks, I have the ability to train spear throwers, like headhunters, and they can help deal with these battle mages. That might have been the solution, rather than kind of spreading myself out among all these different things. And with the fact that my army is so much weaker, I'm going to lose this relic. I might be able to take this relic from him, although his army is kind of moving south, so I might not be able to take it. If I lose my relics, I cannot train units out of these Shadow Councils. They require a relic to start the training of a unit, so I'm going to get this Fell Grunt. If we take a look at the Fell Orc Raider, so you can see this guy's worth 3 food, 1934, 5 armor, 765, 6 armor, 21 to 39, and considerably more health, so a much stronger unit. But again, not only does he have magic units, which are just going to totally bot me, I've got, now, I guess we have an equivalent amount of units. Oh, it hurts so much that this ogre got left behind. Does not matter. He's dead. So, just kind of rough. And again, these demolishers are going to come down, and I'm just not going to be able to do much about them. Also, I have 6 grunts here.
My life.
And again, I'm not even up on upgrades anymore. Even if I get a kill on this Demolisher, I can't afford to lose these grunts. It's just, yeah, I need to get my armies together. And
We're under attack.
these 2 are not upgraded. Oh, Zach does, but this one here is not upgraded, and it should be. I'm probably behind a little bit on resources because of that. But okay, look. I can win this fight up here. I am building a few headhunters. They're bad upgrades. I'm trying to get these battle mages, but I don't have any upgrades on mine, and Zach has upgrades on his. It's just like I'm spread too thin. I'm not building enough units. You can see I'm down 30 supply at this point, so really not great. I just need to kind of get together. I should be building demolishers. Also, demolishers can help me with these kind of trades we're doing on the top and bottom. They can help me kill these magic units. Would just be a great decision. And I feel kind of silly because I got this Warforge so early. I have these barrackses, and yet I never invested into the demolishers. So, also, again, kind of spreading myself thin. I'm getting the upgrade for Witch Doctors, hoping to use Stasis Trap. I guess my thought was to try to catch his army in a Stasis Trap and get the big stun on it, and then be able to kind of swoop in and get a bunch of free kills. We'll see if that pans out, but I do think... Okay, now I'm catching up a little bit of supply. I'm only 20 down now, but it just doesn't feel good. Both of us are supply capped because these buildings, I guess I haven't mentioned, they also provide food. So it's really bad that this is not upgraded. I'm just missing out on money. But you can see Zach has got so many units at this point, even though my army is like, what are, oh yeah, these guys are decapping. It's just, I'm just not happy with the way I've moved my forces around in this game. And even though my army is probably higher quality, the fact of the matter is he has an effective force over here. These demolishers are just going to ruin me. And this is a lot of units. He's up 20 supply. That's 10 units. It's like quite significant. And with these demolishers here, that building just goes down. Okay, so let's see on this side now. I have an opportunity to kind of use my superior damage. Now he has this Ogre Magi, which is kind of a tier 2 hero. He can cast Bloodlust. You can see some of his orcs have Bloodlust. And sure, I'm doing fine on this side of the map. Oh, what are these guys? These guys are just hanging out. Oh, I just forgot totally about these guys. Did I? Oh, that really breaks my heart. So just, I think I'm kind of losing the plot a bit here. Yeah, I'm moving to defend with these guys. I got half my army just standing up here, vibing. Having a great time. Unfortunate. So I do win here. I think it looks like I'm winning right now. But this is bad, and I have all these units. I could be coming in defending with this, but these demolishers are pushing into my base. My magic units get blown apart, and I'm just not able to like do enough damage. With these demolishers, he can just ruin me so much quicker than I can actually destroy his base, and I call it there. Even though we're looking pretty even, those units in the top left, totally out of position. Oh my gosh, how heartbreaking. You know, so at the end of the day, pretty even in resources. I'm about 500 down, but I think, you know, the units produced matters a lot. Units killed matters a lot. And just, I think, the positioning of my army was, like, not what it needed to be. You know, I should have been keeping my army in one big mass so I could actually fight. I have these units at the top left at the end there that I just forgot about. And I think I called it because with those demolishers in my base, I'm going to start losing infrastructure. And I just was not able to like do equivalent damage on his side of the map. So no good. So another thing, I think I built the forge. Just build some demolishers, dude. Get the siege units. Sometimes I forget them. I think in, you know, when we first played Warcraft Total War, the catapults were very strong. I like nerfed them quite a bit, so they weren't quite as strong. And then I got out of the habit of building them. And we find you don't want to build 12 of them, like you might have at some points in Warcraft Total War, but 2 or 3, it adds a lot of damage to your army. It lets you take out buildings. And honestly, against all the magic units Zach was building, I think it would have been really effective. Just kind of some bad decisions made that game, but that's okay. We all make mistakes, and we're still kind of learning, you know. So congratulations to my opponent, Zach. Thank you so much for a great game, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Take it easy.